Episode 226, May 14th, 2017. Welcome to Pimp, My Setup. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. And as always, we are joined by producer Tom.
As always.
Yeah, check him out on Twitter at Thomas Philly. Hey, everyone thought today's episode was going to be drastically different. Maybe because I hyped it up so much. So for that, I am sorry. And it's going to be pretty usual, minus the fact that, hey, 18 setups today.
What?
Insane. SetupAddicts.com, over 27,000 members, creeping up on 28 already.
That's great.
Yeah, swashin.tv/chat if you want to hop into our Discord. And yeah, pimpmysetup.com/Q if you want to submit your setup. FastPass is also really nice, pimpmysetup.com/perks. And make sure you're checking your email, because if you're on any episode from now to 260, you should have an email waiting for you in your inbox. And if you don't respond, bye-bye. Anyways, let's not waste any time and hop right into the first set of the day, submitted by Ray. Ray is 25 years old, and he just got into the setup game recently. Obviously, this was sent back in December, so awkward. Anyways, he uses the setup for school, playing hardcore games like Solitaire, since he's using a Mac. And his YouTube channel, if you want to check it out, is X Burkhart. X. So it's just XBURKHARDTX. Check him out. Anyways, let's look at this. This was his original setup prior to hippity hopping into that setup game, you know? Then he was like, guess what? Bam. Oh. Yeah, that's a nice before and after. He used Nutrisystem and lost 50 pounds with that shit. Really, though, what a difference when you actually care about your setup. Obviously, in the first one, he didn't have the monitor. He didn't have really anything going on. And then all of a sudden, he's like, what up now? And I really like it. The simplicity, the usability, it's just straightforward. And I really like it. Now, of course, it's a Mac setup. So right off the bat, you get the people that are like, oh my God, it's Mac. It sucks. But I mean, it looks like a Mac setup too. It's got that Apple Store look. It's really clean. I like it. I like the aluminum sort of monitor going through with the white peripherals and then the black to kind of just separate everything and make it pop. And even the little under desk drawer is white as well, which I think is nice. Now, of course, ideally, if you had more room, you wouldn't want that under your desk because it looks like it's a little close to the left knee, you know? But that's just nitpicking, of course. Your cable management is great. Yes, we see three cables, but look at how they're managed. It's okay to see the cable as long as it's managed. So I think he did a great job with the cables that are out in the open. And as far as everything else, the little pop vinyl, the phone dock, everything like that is really, really nice. So I like it. Of course, it's pretty minimalistic. There's not too much to it. But then again, what are you going to do in such a small little area of the room? Tom, what do you think of the acoustic foam?
I wish there was a two-tone color, kind of going with like the purple pinkish look, maybe kind of mix it in with the black. But I mean, it's fine, but because you don't really have that much space above to work with. But maybe if you got a different colored foam, that would be cool. Yeah,
because the idea is to kind of push a little more theme, which is hard when you're staying minimalistic and you're also trying to utilize such a small amount of space. But I think he did a really good job with it. It's really, really clean, and kudos, senor. Anyways, let's hop in the next setup of the day. Gennaro. Muy dinero. I don't know. Gennaro is 19 years old. Computer science major, uses the left side for console gaming, the right side for everything else. Isn't that cute? Anyways, when I look at this setup, I think, you poor unfortunate soul. That desk sucks balls. But you did a great job with it. So I will give you props there. I tell people nowadays to avoid something like that, but normally a lot of people start with it. It's like, go to Office Math, go to Staples, and it's cheap. Well, your mom's like, it's so cute. And then you get it and you're like, damn it, Mom. But honestly, it makes cable management really hard. I don't think you did terrible. We see some work done. It looks pretty good, but it's just hard. It's such an open, free desk, so kind of making things disappear is hard. Now, one thing I hate about it, not just the cable management aspect, but that corner piece is hideous. And then you're doing a triple stack on it with consoles, which I also don't know if I think that's a good idea. If you go to the third photo and zoom into that right side, I mean, are you like doing Jenga with Xboxes? not ideal, especially with the vents on some of them being at the top. You're suffocating and slowly killing them. Although it probably doesn't make much of a difference. I just think maybe something a little bit different would be nice.
Why do you need two Xbox 360 though? That's the
Tom,
thing.
why are you asking stupid questions? Obviously, he has reason. No, one of them's, R2D2, so he's like, he's so cute. But really, I think the actual left side for gaming, console gaming, it's straightforward. It's cool. Maybe get like a legitimate controller stand that charges them. That would be nice. An actual headphone stand. Clean up those monitor cables. Super easy to clean. So it's kind of annoying that you didn't even focus on those. Obviously, we don't care about the headphone cable. But if we look at the previous photo for the other side of the desk, it's good. It's straightforward. There's not really too much going on there, but it gets the job done. I hate having to use a keyboard tray, but if that's what you got to do, then that's what you got to do. I mean, I think you get away with using the actual desktop, but it's down to personal preference. And of course, if you go to the first photo, there's no theme. I'm not seeing jack shit. So what about you, Tom? You seeing anything?
I don't see anything at all. I mean, pretty blank, to say the least.
Zoom into the far right side of that photo. It's kind of shit. I'm just kidding. Really, though, I think just theme is your main problem in this setup. Next set of the day, submitted by Luke, who's 16. Use setup for streaming and gaming. And if you want to check out his Twitch, go on over to Dareful. It's just Dare F-U-U-L.
Oh, F-U, dude.
Yeah, F-U-U-L. But yeah, this setup is interesting. It's definitely gone through some changes. I was going to include his original photos, but like they were terrible quality, so I was like, I'm not even going to bother. But he's like, hey, fold out tables, they work. He's using it and it's fine. I don't really see a problem with it. But what I see a problem with is the second photo where, what the hell? I mean, okay, you tried and then it was just like you didn't try. Right? It goes out of the leg of the table, whatever the support beam, and then all of a sudden it's just like all over the place. So
I think he realized how much of a hard job it is gonna be to fix all that stuff. Yeah. So he's like, I'll just leave it.
It's okay to have the cable seen again, but we got to see some sort of management, not just that. And then of course, I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the chat, in the comments. But I hate when the secondary monitor is not touching the main monitor. The gap, how does that not piss you off? If you're trying to multitask, I would just be so annoyed by that. So I definitely think you need to bring the monitor over, really utilize the dual functionality that would come with having multi-monitors. And of course, more accessories, speakers and blah, blah, blah. But I think considering the table you're using and so on and so forth, it's not bad. I just think it's a beginner setup. You're working with what you have. I mean, you're 16, no biggie. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just maybe a little bit better than that.
I just wonder if he's trying to be different, but why not put your desk against the wall? Like, it seems like you have enough room to have it up against the wall.
He's a streamer, so he needs a cool background, which is why he doesn't go behind his wall, because then it shows his bed.
Oh, that's so...
His mom didn't make it, so if he doesn't do it, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, I guess.
I would actually assume like the streamers want that cool
they want a
corner.
cool background,
Yeah, so that's probably what it is. He could also just rotate it out and have the blank wall as his background.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, the next setup is absolutely gorgeous. Staying on this photo, submitted by Andre. He's 41 years old. He was on Setup Nightmares episode number 7, if you remember that. And he was actually on episode 133 of Pimp My Setup. He originally had a 74, so he's coming around trying to improve.
This one got a 74.
This one got a 74. And I thought the only thing that he needed was some LEDs. Would have been great. Really, though, this one was on Setup Nightmares. The next one was on Pimp My Setup. Wow, what a difference. And then the one after is the updated. So a few things that I like, and then a few things I don't like that he got rid of. Like the posters, they didn't really necessarily make sense, but they did look cool in the setup, and now those are gone. He did kind of condense on the desktop as well, which is something I talked about. But, still some of my main concerns weren't really fixed because they were harder. Like I thought, leg space underneath is a little bit hard considering where he's sitting, and the monitor arrangement's still too confusing to me to really understand. But I think it's really, all things considered, a pretty good setup. So, few things to talk about. But, I mean, it really comes down to, like I said, the foot, section area. You know, it's not terrible. But again, if you wanted to sit to the center of the desk, it is an issue. It really is. Now, I don't know about you guys. Let me know again. Choose a primary. In a scenario like this where you have such drastically different sizes for your monitors, I do think you need a primary and then a secondary. And the primary, obviously, dead center to your face, super easy to see and use. And then the other one off at a nice angle to really utilize it and get the full use of it. Would you agree with that?
I mean, I don't know much about monitor alignment, but I feel like having a bigger monitor and a small monitor, you have to choose one. You can't just like have, both of them using as ones.
Well, no, I mean, you can have both, but you want a primary and then you want the secondary. Yeah. So I definitely think parts of the first photo, the original submission, I'm like, I really like that. Well, not that. That. And then you look at the new one. I mean, there's things here and there that I would kind of change. So I really want to know what you guys think. Let us know if you're watching live and if you're watching later on YouTube. And then his last photo, really a Signum overload, but he did a great job with it. And I like the underneath section, so I will give you props there. So let's move on to the next setup, submitted by Shrey. Shrey. Hey, what up, Shrey? He's 12 years old, 7th grader, and a YouTuber. Check him out, Tech Arena. And I only included this one photo. We're going to talk about this briefly. I went through the same thing when I was 12, but it was a very different time because when I was 12, 4x3 monitors were. He does have 4x3 monitors. But everything looks so much nicer than back when I was doing it. This guy is currently holding the Guinness World Record for the most screens with the same wallpaper on one desk. It's true. Check it. Shrey, world record holder on our show today. Here's the thing, man. I understand at that age you want everything you get, hand-me-downs, stuff you don't even use. I'm sure the stuff on the left you barely use, let alone all the monitors at the same time. But you don't need all of that there. It actually would have been a lot nicer if you just had that one really nice monitor on the right side of the desk, and then on the left you had one of your tablets just being shown and everything else kind of away in storage. It would have looked a lot more legitimate. It's almost like at this point, hey, look how much shit I can put on my desk. The speakers also, they kind of suffer because of it. Obviously, it's not the end of the world. But if he didn't have those left and right monitors, he could have moved the speakers in right next to his original monitor. It would have looked a lot nicer, a little bit more cleaner. But cable management's good. Just a little bit more with, I guess, theme. And I don't, it's what do you think, Tom?
I honestly, I was hoping that you didn't ask me that because I have no idea. I think it's like you said, you don't need all that. It's just I don't know how you even use all that at once. It just seems so overload. Theme needs to be worked on because there's really nothing to it. But it's hard.
Sorry.
No, it's good. No, it's hard. It's hard to talk about.
Yeah. Well, someone said in the chat, I like it because it's symmetrical. This isn't a game of how soothing it could be to stare at, long term. Is it going to make me feel good at night? No, the monitors are gapped from the main display regardless. So that's not good. But it's not about, it's symmetrical. I have 3 on this side, 3 on that side. And look how they even buffing. That's not how it works. So it's a no bueno from me, senor. Next setup submitted by Jonah. Jonah's 13. He loves to game and swim, and he's looking to build a PC soon. He's also a big fan of Muhammad Ali and Star Wars. This is another one of those setups where I kind of want to punch the guy in the face, and I'm pretty sure he's here in the chat right now. So let me know where I can find you so I can punch you. Really though, I hate that you push yourself to the right side. Again, in this setup, it's not that drastic, but look at all the space he has to the left, right? And then look at how much he's pushed himself to the right side of the desk, and the phone next to the monitor is gasping for air because it's being suffocated against the wall. Honestly, move everything over. The PlayStation 4 should be in direct alignment with the Alex drawer. So basically, that's right there, good. And then from where the Alex drawer ends to where the other leg is on the right side, you center yourself to that. Okay, it makes life so much easier, man. Plus, you could even make it better where you have the actual monitor at your direct center and then the laptop off to the side angled. So you get better usability because I'm sure you probably prefer actually using the monitor versus your laptop screen. But what do I know? Nothing. And then I think, honestly, the mason jar makes you super hipster. And for that, I've minus 37 points off. And then you have like an empty bottle of some melon Japanese stuff. So minus 15. The pop finals are cool, plus 5. And, you got
the headphones in his crotch, basically.
Yeah, that was plus 16 because I was like, this guy thinks it's a good idea.
What he's doing.
Let's do it. Really, though, that part kind of confused me as well. Good catch there. And then above, he's got the Muhammad Ali thing, which is pretty dope. And then Michael Phelps. Okay.
I won't predict anything historic, but nothing is impossible.
Ooh. Oh,
unless
God.
I drown.
I just got goosebumps. But really, I'm just being a dick. It is a very nice setup, but just moving things around it's going to make such a big difference. Would you agree with that?
Yes. It seems like you need to move stuff over. That's all.
Yeah, just a little shift, and
a little shift, a little shoof, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Next set is funded by Jack. He's 15. He has a YouTube channel where he uploads a lot of random content. If you want to check him out, it's Jack Ryan Fox. And if you're wondering, in the first photo to the right side, he has paper tacked to his wardrobes so his camera can actually focus on him when he's recording videos. Otherwise, it's like a very shiny material and it causes issues when he's, YouTubing and stuff. And he wants to know what he could do with the speakers so that they don't have to lay down. Because right now they're going on a little nap. And he's like, come on, wake up. Hey. Anyways, so that's not funny. Tom didn't laugh. If Tom doesn't laugh, I usually think...
I did one of those like...
Yeah, but if you don't laugh, I know it's not really going anywhere. So I kind of stop right there. Now, zooming in on the actual setup itself... Great job with cable management, mounting things under the desk, having usability, out of sight, out of mind. I really think it's a great setup. But again, you were worried about the speakers. Personally, I don't really think it's that big of a deal. I really don't. I don't think that there's really an issue with having them laying down if you have no other option. So for me, I think it's fine. Let me know in the comments if you think that's awful, if we should really come up with a better solution. But they're not like crazy speakers to where, they're worth a lot of money and he needs to get the most optimal positioning for it. They're pretty affordable. No biggie. You're not going to go to jail for having them laying down.
Maybe. But.
Except we're working on that with Congress right now.
Yeah.
We'll let you know if it gets passed. So the left side for gaming, where he's basically doing his videos and stuff. Would you agree, Tom? It's straight up.
Straight up, yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
It's not bad at all. Not really much to say about that. I will say I do find it a bit tacky that you tack papers to your wardrobe.
Honestly, I would have never noticed if you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, well, I think I did notice at first because it was just a little wrinkled.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And someone said buy a soundbar. He did say in his email he was thinking about buying a soundbar and wanted recommendations. So let us know in the comments what you think. Now, as far as underneath the desk, it's looking clean. It's looking fresh. I like it. Really nothing to say there. But Tom, what did you get when you thought the words English? When you looked at that photo, what did you think? Did you get a cool vibe?
It's a cool room, yeah. I think he tried to submit his friend's setup, and he's like, this is my setup, just in case you didn't know. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm like, it's a very cool room. Like, I don't even know how the layout works. Like, is that the front door over there, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Where he comes in?
He's got a bathroom.
Yeah, he's got like everything you need in a room. It's ginormous.
Kind of weird. He's got these two like recliner chairs.
Yeah, but the TV's off to the left, which is weird. So I don't know what that's facing
like
towards.
The ones in front of the two filing cabinets holding the TV.
Yeah.
I didn't think I can't speak English. I do think it's really cool though, considering he's only 15.
Does he have two beds? Is that a bed there, and then there's a bed right here?
Yeah,
so maybe
his friend sleeps over.
But this looks more like girly, if I'm being real. So maybe he shares with his like sister or his.
Yeah, maybe.
How old is he?
15.
Okay,
Maybe Jack's just gonna be like, yeah, that's not my bed anymore. I sleep on the floor. Anyways, okay, let's go to the next set submitted by Diogo. Diogo 17. He studies game development. He's using setup for gaming homework and to consume content. If you want to check him out on YouTube, it's The Real X Son Z. I don't know why, but so
he's a real one.
Yeah, the real one. So this setup, dark photos. I was just like, whatever, it's good enough. So 3 monitors. Again, I'm that guy. There are 3 monitor setups coming up today that I really like. I think they get great usability. But something like this, I look at, I'm like, do you really? I mean, I'm not opposed to 3 monitor setups. People think if they submit a 3 monitor setup, I'm going to hate on it. But just looking at this setup, like, I don't really know what he even uses it for. Having the ultra wide dead center and the outside monitors being just normal 27 inch. Don't get me wrong. It's gorgeous. It looks really, really, really nice. but there's nothing really going on in the setup.
Yeah.
It's just, here's a keyboard and mouse, and the headphones. That's
the mic's
nice.
right there.
Yeah, this is a microphone, and I mean, it's not bad. It's not insane. I think the wallpaper helps a lot, making this setup look cool. Had the monitors just been off, I would have been like, I don't know, it doesn't really do anything for me. And having the PC over there, I think, is interesting. I wish I could see further back to really understand completely. But again, where is your theme? I don't see it. You have 2 pop vinyls on your desk, which is cool, but okay, they're Star Wars related. Are you going for Star Wars? If so, what are you doing with the above section? I would love to see something happen there. So, I don't know. It's not bad. Your cable management is absolutely amazing, so congrats there. Seriously, that is some top tier.
You guys are ready, so if he needs to lasso someone, like a wrangle an
Indiana
animal.
Jones, he's like...
Yeah, he just takes that down. He's like...
Anyways, next setup submitted by Braden. Is it
Braden?
Yeah, I wrote Brandon on this. I don't know. I did it at like 2 a.m., so forgive me. But Braden, this was his original submission on episode 54. He works at Disney World. Yeah. 100. Yeah, you win. His headphones, by the way, when we show the new setup, they're under the helmet, just for those wondering.
Wow.
But let's see it. So he lives with his parents right now. So he's like, what?
No, I'm like loser.
Yes, we're living with our parents. So like this is where he has to fit everything. So he's kind of like tight on space, but it is a big room, and I think he did a good job with it. There's only a few things that I would like to see, fixed and moved around and whatnot. But again, you have to remember this is where everything is, all in one room. Now, with that said, I'm gonna make a complaint, like I always do. You're not centered to the desk like you should be. Look at your left speaker, how it's technically facing over the attachment of the desk, and your right speaker is great. So move the helmet elsewhere, to the other side of the desk. Push yourself all the way over. That way, the left speaker is now facing not to the attachment, just to the to the fresh area of the room. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it seems weird because you also have a pretty flat arrangement of monitors. You normally want to have, if you're going for 2 primary, then you need to have a little bit of an angle in to get the best visibility. And if you're going for a primary, you need to kind of, have one directly in front of you and the other one off a little bit. But considering what you're doing, you didn't say if you're a gamer or anything, I don't remember. But 2 primary would probably work for you, especially with your speaker arrangement. So definitely make the right moves with that. And then the biggest problem is the shoes, having the shoes right there, because the usability just kind of went, not really too great for your feet. Literally, it's funny because it's his shoes and his feet are going to be touching his shoes. It's like, hey, don't have your feet touch the shoes. But it's like...
But what if he's like his parents are like, hey, you need to go. And you're like, okay. And he throws it. He puts his feet right in the shoes.
Yeah, but they're facing the...
I know, that's weird.
Yeah. So just put them somewhere else, under the bed, or I don't know. That would help quite a bit. It does look like that desk is starting to sag. Are you seeing that?
I mean, I don't know. I can never really tell.
It just looks like it's going down a little bit, but that could just be the photo. The left side's not that bad. I think the actual room, the other photo, like that's really cool. Having the shelves with all that stuff, like it's nice. The one thing I was just a little confused about was in your original submission, you had this really cool piece of art on your wall. Even the Clone Wars stuff. Like I just thought that big thing behind your monitor was super, super nice, and it would have looked really great above your monitors in this photo, but instead it's just like a really blank wall. We don't see the Clone Wars art or anything like that. Well, actually, it's on the next photo. There it is, Clone Wars. Hey, so I think it'd be really cool if you were to do something with the wall above your monitors and just kind of finish it out there. But not much else to say unless you have something to say. Good, because I do not want to hear it.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Next setup submitted by Jake. Jake's 12. He likes hockey, hence, the whole thing he's working with there.
St. Louis Blues, baby.
Yeah, dude.
They got eliminated, but it's okay.
Yeah, because they suck. I hate them, dude. He's also a console gamer.
Next setup.
Yeah, right. You see, he's a console gamer when he has G Fuel But he's got lemonade, baby. Ooh. I never had G Fuel. I don't know what it's like, but apparently people like it. Hey, can we talk about that shelf at the top? All the stuff he's got going on there?
This stuff?
Yeah. He's got so many pucks because he doesn't give a puck. And look at that lamp. That's cool.
Super cool.
That's really cool. I like it. Very, very interesting.
Very dusty or somewhere like dusty.
That. He does have an Alienware laptop, so minus 27 points. Actually, 27.5, my bad.
Yeah.
But I like that it's on the shelf there. And same with this PlayStation, which is on the bottom shelf. So very interesting.
And it has a fan on it too, just in case it gets hot.
Yeah, he's like, stay there, baby. Don't die. But one thing that kind of irritated me was, you go to his third photo, cable management's great. You go to his second photo, the monitor cables, like all that stuff. I know it's such a little detail, but just clean that up, because you put wire mold for your sound bar above, which, you really cared enough to do that. Just clean up those monitors and then it'll be really, really, really great. But I think it's good. You really don't have a lot of room on the desk. It's a very tight fit, but you did make it work. You did make it look clean and nice and neat. And the fact that you're 12 speaks volumes. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. It seems like the chair is just as wide as like the little gap in between his, like where he puts his legs and all that. Yeah. I don't know. Just from this photo, at least, it looks like way bigger. So I'm like, how's that going to fit? Like, I don't know. It seems so weird.
Not because he's 12. I'm talking about me. Anyways, let's go to the next setup. Submitted by Jay. He's 17. 38. Gamer who's going to school for nursing and computing, like the two opposite ends of the spectrum. His YouTube channel, get this, is Jay. I don't know how you're going to find it, but good luck. He sent me a link, but the thing is, that's like UC0G784924236785200 Evan 791052. Go check it out. This setup, I think, is very interesting. A lot of people are going to have some different opinions regarding it because, if you look at it, it's in a very... So it's a weird desk. It's, if you go to the next photo, you kind of get an idea of the room. It's kind of like, here's my couch, here's my setup. We've seen it almost the exact same arrangement before, just with a different desk. Now, I don't want to discredit what you've done, but God, that desk blows. It just looks so weird. And I think my biggest issue is not, this weird curvy little section that it has, but rather the attachment piece for your keyboard and mouse, because the usability there is awful. I like having a little bit of room when I'm like, what? So when you're like direct left side of the keyboard is nothing. It's just thin air. It's kind of weird. And then the mouse, you're like playing the game. You're like, oh shit.
It's so clumsy.
Yeah, so clumsy. But I honestly see that as like a little bit of an issue when it comes to usability. Even your mouse pad has to be rotated to the side just so it can fit. So I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think the desk works for what you're doing. Maybe if this was a doctor's office or some shit, but I don't think it's good for what you're working with here. Now, with that said, I think the monitors are the best, but we're not here to talk about, how expensive each thing is. I just think that, God, bezels fatter. But honestly, I would just probably throw all the monitors out and then just hope Santa Claus brings you a new one. Just a $200 or even cheaper, but you go for a $200 monitor at Best Buy right now, you get something pretty damn good.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, just say yeah.
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 His PC's cool. Why couldn't you spend more money on your monitors, though?
Yeah. It is. It's really a nice arrangement. He's got some cool stuff. It's just, I think the desk, you don't have to change the desk. I'm just saying, I think the desk, mixing it up a bit would be really nice. And someone said, yeah, he's got baking soda under the desk.
On the floor, yeah.
Interesting.
Keeps bugs away.
Is that what it?
Yep.
You're not supposed to. Oh my God. Eat it. That's why it's in the fridge, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that explains the lump. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna be baking soda later.
And then the last thing I was gonna say, if I could remember, theme, of course. I don't know. Nothing.
He's got like red and black, and then his couch is white and grayish, and it's like such a weird.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Next setup submitted by Oscar. He's 16. Use setup for YouTube, gaming, and Twitch streaming. As you can tell by that little board that he's got, it says Oscar Hodges YouTube.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, boss. At first glance, I was kind of overwhelmed. Were you overwhelmed?
Yeah, I could see that. The stuff on the left wall, whatever, it's a lot. But but when you really look at it, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it is actually very simple. It is definitely a like a whoa at first glance, but I think it's a cool sort of background for making videos and stuff like that. But you know, the boxes on the floor and all that stuff, I'm not a big fan of that necessarily, so don't be mistaken. But if we were to, oh, by the way, the little film camera light, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cute.
That's so cute. That's on Pinterest, isn't it?
But some people make that.
That's so cool. Let's exclude that side, though. Go to the next photo. Focus on the setup. First thing I see, something that makes me want to beat you with a hammer. The speakers. Are they going to school together holding hands? They shouldn't be that close. Go. Get them out of here. Spread them out. Honestly, I'm just a bit confused by why they have to be so close. And those are smaller, right? Hence the... Yeah, because otherwise I'd be like... Also, taking a look at the wire management, I think it's pretty good. I think it's good. It's nice. It's straight to the point. I like it. Not bad. I think it's a tight fit, but you made it work. You know, that's what she said. I'm on fire today, guys.
Well, there's cables in this photo. He's not totally off the hook.
Oh, get him out of here. Minus 55 points for doing that, thinking I wouldn't notice. I didn't notice, but thank God Tom's
went from
here.
like a 60 to a 12.
Really? I have it at 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think your math is off by 2.
Yeah.
Just go back and double check. Really, though, I think theme is pretty cool. And as someone just said in chat, I would agree with this. It looks like the room could use a good repaint. I agree with that statement because it does look a little dirty here and there, but it looks like you're up in like the top of your house. Maybe
he's got little snowflakes.
Oh, yeah, because hey, there's little snowflakes. That's very relevant to now. Everyone's talking about people being snowflakes and stuff, but someone apparently hates those lights going down the wall. What are they? Are they bats? Right?
They look like little bats, maybe.
What is Batman's little like setup?
Well, he's in the chat right now.
Let us know, Oscar. Are those?
He said I put the speakers close because otherwise it would mess up my cable management.
Well, it doesn't seem to matter considering the corner. Oh no, I'm just kidding.
The shot's fired.
Shots fired, guys. But yeah, I do think it's a nice setup. It's straight to the point, utilizing the space that
they are bats.
They're bats. I told you, Batman. Oh, he did take him down. Thank God. It's a nice setup, though. Not much else to say. Just, the speakers and here, there, and that. So let's go. I just realized that we're really kind of running low on time here because I have brunch to get to.
Brunch is a little late, man.
Yeah, we're 32 minutes in. Let's go. Next setup submitted by Luke. Luke is 10 years old. He's headed for gaming and schoolwork. Now, for 10 years old, goddamn. But also, go to the second photo, zoom in on the screen.
Yeah.
It's just like, I thought, dude. See, when I see that, it makes me really upset when I talk shit to 12-year-olds because I'm like, God damn.
He deserves
so fragile.
No, he has a good setup.
Yeah.
Kind of.
The one thing was the plant basically dry humping the laptop.
I think he's going for a nature feel so that he feels like he's pushing through the forest and all that.
Yeah, I got that vibe too because when he's sitting there, it's covering part of his screen. So it's almost like he's got the knife, he's cutting through.
That actually be a cool thing. It's you have just trees all around you. So when you're looking at your setup,
you have them arched down as you're sitting there. So it's like, God, I can't see. I'm trying to play a game. If you're playing
like one of those like
a sniper
safari,
game, and you're crawling
safari
through
games where you're
and
shooting animals and all that.
You're crawling through in the ghillie suit or whatever. So you need to make it feel real.
Respect.
I do think, though, you might want to move the plant to the side a little bit, get some better usability out of that. Maybe a riser for the laptop would help. Maybe a little bit more theme. I really like the Rubik's Cubes. I think that's cool. I think cable management needs to be worked on. The shoebox is actually a very effective method if you followed through with the rest of it. And what I mean by that is you have to take it from the bottom of the desk, wrap it down the leg, not just from the desk all the way to the bottom of the leg. You have to bring it from the top to the bottom. All right?
Yes.
And that will work wonderfully.
But you did okay. You did okay, Luke. You did a good job.
I think it's a great setup.
Yeah.
We didn't have much to say because there's not much to do.
Yeah. And you know what? When you get older, you'd be like, I'm going to get a job and I'm going to show these kids.
He's not like 4. You don't have to
You got it.
tuck him into bed every night, Tom.
Maybe.
baby. We don't know. All right, let's go to Drake's setup. He's 15. Now, here's the thing. He uses a setup for gaming, right? He's been watching the show for 3 years. And some of you are like, the show hasn't been going on for 3 years. Wrong.
Joke's on you.
It's been going on for a long time. August 2013 to be exact. So we're coming up on 4 years. And that's 4 years of me not wanting to kill myself yet, even though I've looked at thousands of setups. So this photo was like, hey, it's good. It's nice. It's cute. It's good. But do something with it. And he said, hey, okay. And here it is. So, I mean, that's a nice before and after. I got to give it to you there. I mean, it's like, yeah, fine, but this is better.
This is better.
Yeah, let's go to the next photo too. Really nice.
This is better.
Pretty straightforward. This is better. The case makes a difference. Everything makes a difference. The next photo, cable management. A little bit here and there. Could be a little tweaked. A little this and a little that.
Yeah, cut that cable right there. It seems like it just...
Yeah, just get rid of it. You don't need it. But really, that could go down the white bucket and you'll never see it. Really easy stuff to fix there. But looking at the main photo, I think that it's very nice. There are a few things that I'm not a fan of. One, I think above the wall, like really underutilized space. I'm not saying plaster it with posters. I'm not saying just fill it galore. I just think maybe instead of a vertical poster, do something horizontal. One single piece really would look nice. And so this table is like squeaky today. Now, the one thing I was a little bit confused about was what's going on behind the right monitor, because it looks like a lot of things on the bottom and the top poking out. I'm not sure. I can't really get a...
Looks like it's a clipped in the front.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. If anybody knows, let me know. But also the left side, one thing I would have to say about that is a better spot for the controller, of course. Having the Xbox there, not a huge fan because it is like right up against your left speaker. Kind of takes away from the whole symmetry that you were going for. So if the stuff on the left side was maybe put in a better spot, maybe just put to the right side of the desk because you have the room, that would make things look a little bit neater. So yeah, people are saying that's the adapter to mount the monitor, which I was going to say because it is different from the left one. So that one's probably not VESA compatible, which is why it's being mounted like that. So it's like, making it VESA mountable. Very good point. Thank you very much for that info. But I think, yeah, just kind of making, because in a setup like this, you really do want to go for the symmetry. And I think that would be ideal. Now, this is a triple monitor setup that I can get behind. I think it's actually really nice. It's not overwhelming. It works well. I like it. And then someone said, why does he have two webcams? Is that like that's not the PS4 cam, is it? I don't know. It looks like...
I can't tell.
It doesn't really look like a webcam, the one on the left. I don't know what it is. Sorry, I'm not an expert. But I don't really have much else to say. I think it's a very nice setup, though. Very beautiful. And I think having the orange lights on the first photo with the blue lights, really, really nice blend. Looks very nice.
Maybe something like display your games a little bit better. Having stacked like that. Yeah,
like how he has the controllers over there, too. That's what you should do with the PlayStation one that you had.
Yeah.
Unless did he take that and... I don't know. Like, go to the first photo, that controller, and now go... Is that the same controller?
No, it's a different controller.
Okay, I couldn't tell. Yeah. Let's go to the next one, submitted by Jayden. He's 11. He uses it for school, editing videos, playing games, and his YouTube channel is J. Lewis Gamer. Check him out. Be like, hey, J. Lewis.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, right. And the arrow even points to it.
It's like, this is mine.
Yeah, he's like, do it. So, taking a look at what he's working with, quick. The right monitor, is it necessary? No. Would it look better without it? Yes. Can you keep it? Of course. But I think you need to just focus on the primary display and then have that right one really angled in. And I would maybe even move the right one to the left side so you can angle it in up against the wall and then have the bigger one dead center. The speakers are good. A few things on the desk with the pens and all that. Is that really necessary? If it is, that's fine. It is what it is. And then I don't know if I like the computer on the desk here because it doesn't really seem to fit the style, but not bad at all. And then in the far back photo, just put something above. I think that would help quite a bit, but it is very straightforward. It's a very interesting setup. I don't know much else to say about
cables.
Yeah, cables, little
easy
things.
Fixes.
It's nice. I like the Simpsons.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, homie. Anyways, you have anything you want to say about it?
No, you hit everything.
I always do, Tom. You know it. Next setup submitted by Brady. He's 14. He was on episode 207 and has emailed me 800 times since then. He's making sure I got the photos. I got the photos, man. We're good. He scored an 86 on episode 207, and since then he's focused more on here. Take some notes, okay? He's focused on theme, moving some things around, and just kind of making it look a little bit better, you know? So let's see what he's done. How? No way. Really pretty damn nice. I like the changes that he's made. He's focused more on theme, because if you go back real quick, I'm sorry to do that to you, Tom, but he just gave me a death stare. It's like there wasn't a lot of theme here.
There was. Yeah. Oakley, and then a bat, and then we got this stuff.
Focus theme.
Yes.
Like, other than being an advertisement for Oakley, there wasn't anything that was like, hey. So he decided to really fix things up. The lightsabers add a whole new dimension.
Literally dimension.
Yeah, I like it. The Amazing Spider-Man, all that stuff looks really, really, really nice, and I like what he's done with it. Especially on the actual desktop itself. He's got BB-8, he's got a Stormtrooper, stuff like that, which is really, really neat. The headphones are in a great spot. His consoles are easily accessible. His PC is up on the desk now, which I like. Now, at night, it also looks super sweet. You know, look at that. Just lost up, dude. The one thing I will say, though, and this is one of my critiques from last time, he still feels the same about it. The next photo, his cable management, he got a bigger board this time. It's literally just hidden behind there. So we don't know. You know, it's like the secret door. What's behind door one? What is it? So we'll never know how it actually looks. And I still somewhat frown upon this. But if there is no other option and you feel like it is something you're okay with, then go for it. I
mean, because it looks fine.
Yeah, from far away, you're like, damn, that guy knows how to cable manage. But then you look at it, you're like, this guy's a snake.
And he didn't, get a desk. He's staying with the two countertops and then with the drawer and the bins and all that.
Yeah.
It still seems a little weird.
That is one thing that I was... I'm not sure how to exactly feel, because like Tom said, it's not a legitimate desk. It's more of like, hopefully this matches up and makes a level desktop.
Because how do you open that up? Like, let's be real. Like, when did that get caught on the desk? Like,
yeah, you have to like lift up the actual top. And yeah, so I agree with what Tom's saying. Definitely focus on maybe getting an actual desk. That way cable management you won't even need a board, because you can have an actual backboard to the desk already. Yeah. So maybe that's something you should focus on. Plus, speakers is always something I recommend, but you did a lot of improvements, which I like. So not bad. Let's go to the next setup. Submitted by Yaniv. 15 uses setup to game. No, he doesn't. I don't believe it. Really, though, he does, because he has a 144 hertz monitor there on the right side. Wow. And this is my complaint, because you're telling me you have that monitor specific for gaming, but then you have this one on the left that's not good for gaming, and you're going to not have a primary display. Who do you think I am? You think I'm stupid.
Who's the crazy one here?
Yeah, seriously. Guys, I mean, come on. Let's be honest. You have a 144 hertz monitor. You're going to use it for gaming. Is that usable? Of course you can see it, but I'm saying, is it ideal? No. No. Move it, fix it, make it work. I don't like what you're doing here. It doesn't make sense. He's in the chat apparently, and he said, I fixed it, but this was your most recent photo from like just a few days ago. I don't think you fixed it. So unless you could say otherwise, but if he did, then you know what we're going to do, Tom? We're going to skip this setup, because there's obviously no point to talk about it, because really just cable management was all I was going to say anyway, and work on theme. So if you did fix it, then congratulations. I shouldn't be sitting here yelling at you, because there's no reason to fix it.
Today. So.
He fixed it today.
All right, next
setup. That's great. I said you're going to be on the show today, and you're like, ha, 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 ha.
Don't you get live feeds in my room?
Really, though, there's no reason for me to really critique it. That's just a waste of time. So let's go to the final set of the day, submitted by Henry. Henry is 38 years old. He's been building systems for over 20 years, but he's never really worried about the actual outside of his setup until he started watching the show. Oh, what you know. Anyways, he uses his setup for social media, gaming, audio, all that stuff.
And wow, look at that.
Great job, Henry.
I love wall-mounted PCs when they're done right. And that just has some nice looks to it, you know? That's a pretty one. It's nice. I feel like it's very small, very compact. But he did a great job with it. And I think what was cool is having the pop vinyls on top. It just added like a whole new world. I really do like that. I think it's a neat ass display. And then, in addition to that, the posters are very, very cool. They're very simple and straightforward, and they just work well. They complement the PC already. Now, he said he's in the chat right now. He said it's huge in real life. That's what I tell girls. No,
trust me, it's huge in real life.
Trust me, it's just a camera. Which I'm sure it is, because look at his main display.
Yeah,
it's not a small display. It's a ginormous one. So I love the monitor arrangement here, but I just feel like it's a lot to handle. But like he said, he said in his email that he does like a lot with social media and stuff. So I would assume he's got a lot of static stuff up on, where he's not constantly like looking at it. He's more like, okay, just looking every so often and just having it there because he needs it, at all times. So I think in that scenario, it's good. And he does have an ultra wide dead center. So, I'm sure it works. It really depends. Again, 3 monitors, you have to have the need for it. So anyways, I think the one thing I wasn't a big fan of, and he knows I'm going to say this, the speakers, man, come on. They're hidden. Like, where's Waldo's speaker edition? I'm just not a big fan of having them there. I think there's definitely something you got to do about that. So what do you guys think in the chat? What should he do? Get new speakers that fit? Those are like the dildo looking ones. So he could technically maybe mount them to the other side of the monitors if you really wanted to be weird and crazy. But let us know in the chat what you guys think, and in the comments, of course. And I think out of sight, out of mind, just a few things here and there on the desk that I'd probably move, clean up, so on and so forth. You got like a USB hub and stuff like that in the back. That actually look really good under the desk and kind of help hide some things, make it look a little bit neater. He did say he's on headphones about 99% of the time. Well, yeah, if your speakers were there, I'd be on headphones most of the time too. Laugh, Tom! You made me feel weird. He's not laughing. Soundbar would be cool. People are giving some good suggestions. If we look at the second photo, look under the desk. Very, very clean. Some interesting things down there. But what's that thing in the far back left?
Vent.
That's a vent? That looks like some futuristic
because it's in the wall. So
look at the handle. Like, I don't know. It looks really interesting. Yeah. I like what he's got going on. Very, very neat, yet a lot going on at the same time. So it's like, it's just interesting.
That's cool.
I do like the night shot the most, of course. It just having LEDs. It's weird because obviously his monitors don't have lights behind them. I think there's just the one ambient light behind it, like the bright light. But I mean, like, the monitor, since the wallpapers look like LEDs, it's just like they look like they're glowing green and whatever. It's very, very, very cool. So I like it. Definitely add some more lighting down the road. Make it to where you have a seizure every time you it goes to nighttime. You're like, it's so nice. But I think that it's very nicely put together. It's an overall very eye-pleasing setup. When it comes to, if you're into like if you're like a techie, I would say that's what you're into. People that don't really get the computer stuff, they would think like, this guy's a nerd.
Like, why is this guy why is this on the wall?
Yeah. Is that supposed to be like in your desk, dude?
Is that a car engine?
Yeah, what a thought. I think it's really, really cool though. I like it a lot. Just a few things here and there to fix, and then I think it'd be like, 100 out of a million.
100 out of a million.
It's
That's
very
really bad,
terrible score.
Well, yeah.
I really think that through. Anyways, we got 18 setups to give the scores to, so let's not waste any time. Ray, 92. Gennaro, 82. Luke, 72. Andre, 80. Shrey, 68. Jonah, 74. Jack, 88. Diogo, 90. Braden, 86. Jack, 88. Jay, 72. Oscar, 84. Luke, 80. Drake, 94. Jayden, 78. Brady, 92. Yaniv, 80. Henry, 92. So that means Drake walks away with the 94, first place. Not bad at all, guys. 18 mother setups.
We did it.
Yeah, that was a lot. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you think. Should I do 18 setups every Sunday, but bring in co-hosts like I've been saying? Or what? Let me know by dropping a comment down below, and we'll see what happens. But again, Drake 94 first place. Congratulations. Thanks for watching episode 226, recorded live on May 14th, 2017. Maybe it's 2016. I just forgot. Thanks for watching. We'll see you maybe on Sunday. Maybe I'll cancel the show. We'll see. Thanks for watching.